Check it out, guys. We have the E6 Plus by GameMT. This is the second one that I have received. The first one was the orange. What is that? The Evangelion version. I kind of messed that one up somehow, and I can't really explain what I did, but this one here is banging. So right now, we have it on the Android side. This is ESDE, or Emulation Station Desktop Edition. I have it set on here, so it's not my home page, but you could easily click it just like any other app. And yeah, some of these games obviously aren't going to play. I just threw my Retroid Pocket 4 Pro card in here, and that took a long time to scan, but I probably shouldn't have done that. But anyway, yeah, see, we're not going to be playing PS2 on here. We have some PSP. Maybe I can bring this in a little bit. I set the PSP to run on the PPSSPP standalone emulator, and it's kind of weird the way it starts up because it doesn't start up right in the game. It actually goes to the emulator, as you'll see right here, and then you would choose the game. So I have a bunch of standalone emulators that I loaded on here. I wasn't able to do that until I had to install Mozilla Firefox because I couldn't get Google Chrome to work, and the internet app that was on here, or the web browser, wouldn't allow for downloads. Once I got Mozilla Firefox on here, I downloaded everything straight from the device. So like all the emulators and stuff, I just sideloaded, looked for the APKs online, and installed them that way. So here we are. Everything seems to be working great. Let's do a little Outrun, quick little road trip like we usually do on this channel. And these lights right here, they do light up, and all the other channels, they didn't show anything for Android on this. They basically said, oh, and you could do some Android stuff with this. I think that's what people are going to like about this device, the tinkerers, because there's a lot that can be done on the Android side, and it seems to work better on the Android side. The sleep state works perfectly fine, especially if you put it on like airplane mode. It loses like 2% battery overnight. So yeah, let's just do this load state, and you'll see here from Outrun Coast to Coast that this is kind of like my baseline game that I play to test PSP, and it runs perfectly fine. So let's just drive. And yeah, so there's a switch to turn the lights on for the thumbsticks. Some people were complaining about those lights not knowing how to turn them on and off. It's yeah, there's a little app that's just basically on and off for the thumbstick lights. And when you're on the Linux side of things, there should be a tools section where you have a couple different options as to how you want to adjust the lights, whether you want them on, off, or you could have them kind of like move along with the thumbstick. So there's also some custom firmware for this device by Hackaround. That's one of the developers that worked on the first E6 and this one, and he's really the one that made this thing work. And I think, oh, I did bad there. He's the one that pretty much helped the GameMT people get their Linux side working on this device. And it's an RK3566 chip, and they're kind of quirky. They have some issues, especially like with the battery reading. So I honestly like the Android side better on this. A couple other quirky things about it: when you do have it on the Linux side, you the battery indicator is never accurate, and sometimes like it'll just say 0 when it's at 100, and if you open it up and unplug the battery and plug it back in, it kind of like fixes the problem, but not permanently. On the Android side, everything just works, you know. The only thing is, it's kind of another quirky thing. This device, if it goes to 0% on the Android side, you're gonna have to plug in or insert that Linux card and charge it on the Linux side to get a charge in it. It won't charge if it gets down to 0% on the Android side. So you kind of have to have like that Linux firmware kind of as a key just to charge this thing if it gets down to it. So for me, I'm just keeping it on the Android side for the most part. I'll probably do another video on here showing the Chaos firmware and the GameMT Linux firmware, but not in this video. This is just a quick one here. Just showing, like, yeah, I got Emulation Station on here, I got Daijisho on here, and it's working well. So the sleep state works great. I don't really even need to turn this thing off. But if you do turn it off, just keep some battery life in it, and you'll never really need to go to the Linux side unless you want to. Honestly, it feels like everything runs better on Android on here. So yeah, God of War runs great. Ghost of Sparta, Chains of Olympus. I don't think I'm gonna play too much on here. I just kind of wanted to show you guys a quick glimpse of it today. And then I'm going to come back in and do a little deeper dive with the different firmwares that we have available. And then you guys can decide whether or not it's something for you, if you like Android better on it, or if you like Linux. So yeah, it's a cool device. I kind of like it, and it's actually comfortable. It's a unique device among many others out there. And you got to give the GameMT people credit, man. They're going up against a lot of competition. And, oh man, I wasn't... hit the blue cones. I'm not paying attention to my objectives here. So I'm just kind of talking to you guys while going for a little road trip here to show you the E6 Plus. I'll have a link in the description in case anybody wants to order it. The coupon code GameMT OGTech, I believe it is. I can't remember exactly, but I'll put it in the description because it's been a while since they told me what the coupon code they made for me was. You could also use GameMT Hack, I think, because they gave Hack around a coupon code as well. So yeah, it's an interesting looking device with the JoJo Siwa style black with sparkles. It's a little different than anything I've ever seen before, but I like the purple and green one too, the Evangeline one, even though I've never really watch that series or know anything about it. It just kind of looks, I would have never thought that purple and green went together well, but it actually does. So anyway, yeah, I'm digging the machine. I like it. It's like my personal PSP. It's gonna play everything that PSP has to offer, and it's I think it's I have it at 2x upscaled right now. It doesn't need to be any better than that. I mean, it looks great. So it looks like I'm going to finish this run, but I definitely wasn't listening to her objectives here. So anyway, alright, quick run on PSP, PPSSPP. I have it set so select is my button that takes me into the menu. I'm just going to save state right there. Takes a little minute, and then exit out of here. And see, we got all our games here. I got a bunch of games in here, but we're not going to go through all these today. So let's exit out of here. And just real quick, I'm going to back out. This Emulation Station ESDE is just great. I love it. You press start, and just like the Linux version of Emulation Station, you get that, select. You get that screensaver thing where, wait, how do you get the screensaver? I think there's a way to literally just like watch games play. I don't know, did I turn it off or something? Because I thought when I would press start before, you would be able to just kind of watch games like play. And oh, I'm pressing start. It's got to be something else. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's not working right now. Earlier, I think it's X, right? Screen, no, it's not. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it is X. Okay, so now you could just sit here and kind of watch different games play. Press to the right to move on to a different game. My hands are sweating here. And then you could just press start if you want to try one of these games. And I just thought that was kind of a cool way to expose yourself to games you might not have seen or heard of before, or, ever played. Just go through different systems, see how they play, see how they run. And I think, I'm not sure if these videos are an indicator of how well the games will run, but I know that when it showed some samples of the PlayStation 2 stuff I have on here, it wasn't running well. So I do feel like it is an indicator of how the emulation will run, and this thing won't run PS2. So, but it will run everything up to PlayStation with no problem. It'll run pretty much all Dreamcast and PSP. You guys know all that about the RK3566 chip. For those of you that don't, now you do. I want to try this Donald Duck game. I've not played this one yet. What do we have here? Samurai Showdown. So yeah, this is Emulation Station, ESDE, and just back out of there. And I'm just gonna close this out right now, like this. We're gonna close out both of those, and the touchscreen works. My hands are just kind of like, it's humid in here right now, so I still haven't peeled the protector on and off. So yeah, I don't feel that smooth screen the way you should. But you see here we have all our good emulators that we want: Yaba Sanshiro, DuckStation, RetroArch, Drastic, SNES 9X, M64 Plus. And let's just go into Daijisho real quick. Take a look at a separate front end that we have here. I have it on airplane mode, so it's not going to update anything right here. But yeah, you know, I don't have any widgets loaded on here yet, but this could be basically a whole separate front end that allows you to, you know, play your games and go online and stuff as well, because you have all your apps here and stuff. So the Chrome isn't working. I'm not sure why, but Firefox works with no problem. So yeah, it's pretty great just to be able to have the ability to do everything. Because when it arrived, it had let me see if I can show you. How do I get out of here? It had this strange, yeah, there it is, web view browser tester thing, this right here. So it's just a basic thing where you can enter a website, and you could go to the website, but that's all you can do is pretty much look at whatever's on the website. And then here's our LED settings. So you click that, whoop, go back here, and then here we go on, and we have them on, as you can see. So I'm going to turn them back off. I kind of prefer them off. And because I have so many games loaded onto this, it's a 512 megabyte card that I have in here right now. I probably shouldn't have used that card. I should have used a smaller one, because it takes a little while for ESDE to load. And I'll show you that real quick. And we're just going to call it after that for this, because like I said, I just wanted to make this a quick one. Excuse me. See, it's starting to search for the games on the memory card, and if you had a small, like a 64 gigabyte card or even 128, it wouldn't take too long to start. It's this 512 gigabyte card that's filled that's causing it to start up so slow. But basically, once it's up, if you're not going to be using this thing for the internet or anything, you could just press the power button and put it to sleep and just start it right back up, and it's ready to go. So yeah, I have a lot more to say about this thing, but I just wanted to kind of get something out there, let you guys know that it's here and how it works, and let people know that the Android side is actually very, very capable on here. You just need to get your emulators on there. Once you have a way to download from the internet, you don't even need to do anything on a computer. So yeah, get some. And I know that a hack around got Chrome working according to the GameMT people, but it just wasn't working for me. So yeah, that's why I just tried to install a different browser, and it worked fine, so I just left it at that. But yeah, that's how long it took to get in, and here we are inside. Let's just go into a couple game lists and show you, like Naomi. We got all our game art for the ones that I scraped everything. It took like 2 days literally to scrape everything, and I did that, you know, Wi-Fi on this device. So yeah, it's a pretty cool device. I like it. You know, we'll go into another set of games on a different day. Maybe we'll try some Linux stuff. But for now, I'm gonna call it, keep this one short, and say thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you again soon. Peace.